Starlog.
No, Michael, wait, Michael. I had a bit. Michael, I had a bit.
How was I supposed to know?
You were supposed to
about
just vibe off my vibes.
Well, we just
I
started.
was gonna be like, yo, Michael, guess what?
What?
And then you were gonna be like, what? Exactly. See, we had the synergy already. And then I was gonna be like, oh, Michael, it's Starlog episode 10. 10. Woo!
Okay, but how come I
But
can't?
you just jumped right into it.
Yeah, I mean,
You stole my thunder.
Every other episode,
You've introduced the last episode.
I got to introduce the last episode, and I'm starting a new thing. I'm introducing episodes.
I don't like
now.
this new thing. I don't like this whole I'm gonna take charge attitude that you have, Michael.
You know, from now on, first one to introduce the episode gets to introduce the episode. Like it's just gonna be.
I say, all right,
Let's
let's
start?
get ready. Let's start, and then you immediately go. You don't even breathe.
No, dude, because I knew that you were gonna start.
This is some
too.
BS.
So I had to get my introduction.
Last week, I told the story about the hockey puck. I gave
Yes.
Michael this puck, and I was like, "Look, I got you a gift." We told the story, and then while we were cleaning up,
Yeah, there were two pucks for those of you who didn't watch last
this
episode.
bitch stole the other hockey puck.
I switched the pucks after
I was
we
so
were done
pissed.
recording.
I was so pissed.
I have.
The worst part is
I have
I'm
the
sitting.
kidney stone puck now.
I'm
It's
sitting
mine.
in my office, and I'm like uploading the footage, and I looked down at my desk, and I was like, "Oh, Michael forgot his puck." And then
This is
I
minutes
was
after
like-
I leave.
I was like, "Wait a minute." Michael said he went to go put the puck by his stuff. And then I run into my bedroom where Michael is on the phone with my wife, laughing.
from my car as I
Laughing.
drove away. Immediately, as soon as the car starts and I drive away, I call Berkan. I had just seen him, and then his wife answers, Allison, and it's like, "Hello," and I'm like, "Ha ha 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 ha! Tell Berkan I have it."
I don't like this new Michael. This new Michael intimidates me.
That was my puck by right.
Later
And
on
so
in this
now I'm
episode,
holding-
Michael and I are arm wrestling, and I think it's time that I put Michael back in his little punk-ass place.
I doubt it because I've been working on it for 3 months.
And I haven't been working on it. So imagine how small you're going to feel when I beat you.
that's gonna hurt, and that's gonna encourage me even more. I do feel okay. I'll be honest with you though. I haven't been to the gym in like 3 weeks because of Christmas. I went to Tennessee for a week,
You
and
could
then
have done push-ups in Tennessee.
I did push-ups and sit-ups and squats.
All right, well, we'll see.
Hold on. Because I didn't do it in Tennessee for a week, and then I came back and I went to the gym twice in between Christmas and New Year's, and then literally January 1st, my car broke down. Car wouldn't start.
You should have pushed the car.
Didn't have a car till.
You didn't think pushing the car would be a workout?
You know what? That's a good point. Next time my car breaks
Excuses.
down, I'll
Excuses.
just push my car to the gym and back.
Man, excuses. Michael, do you remember when we were driving to Austin and your car at the time didn't have an actual gas gauge?
Yeah, the gas gauge was broken. I had this old car. This was the second car I ever had. First car I only had for a couple months because it was such a piece of shit.
I love that.
This was the second car I ever had, and it worked, but except for the gas gauge. The gas gauge always said it was empty. And so I never really knew how much gas I had. I would fill it up, and I would reset the trip odometer so that it would tell me how many miles I would go. And then when I got to like 250 miles, I would refill the car, restart the trip odometer. But sometimes you forget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you just happened to forget when we were driving to Austin on a road trip.
Yeah, ran out of
and
gas.
Michael and I are sitting in the car. Michael's driving, and then it just goes. Car goes.
The lights start going off. The power steering starts
And I'm like,
going.
Michael? And he's like, nah, this happens all the time.
Yeah, I know what this is. I can feel it.
we're running out of gas. We're going to be stuck here.
And we're
in just a
on the
second.
highway.
And
We're
I'm
on
just sitting there like, Michael?
I'm like, no, I'll pull over. I'll take the first exit.
It was actually kind of glorious, though, because we pull over. And we're just like praying, like, okay, we're
Please
gonna
let us
turn
roll
left.
Please let us roll into the nearest gas
And if
station.
you live in Texas, you know all about Check Stop, right?
Oh, yeah, in between Waco and Dallas.
Yeah, and Check Stop, just amazing pastries, just such a great treat, and most importantly, also a gas station.
Yes, we literally pull off the highway, first exit.
Not knowing where we are.
Not exactly. We just happen to run out of gas. We turn the corner and boom, Check Stop in all of its glory right there.
I never cried so many happy tears.
And you
in
know
my
what
entire
else,
life.
Bearcon, is that was the same day that Star Wars The Force Awakens
No,
trailer.
The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi.
It was The Last Jedi.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Force Awakens came out when we were in high school. This was after we high school.
Gotcha.
This is after we did the whole high school
Well,
thing.
so that was the day that the Force Awakens trailer came out. So we
The Last
pulled over-
Jedi trailer came out. I just corrected you,
told
Michael
me. Yeah,
Lee.
okay. So that was the day the Last Jedi trailer came out. So we pulled over. We got gas. we got Check Stop, and then we watched the Last Jedi trailer. And you know what? It actually ended up being a fun experience.
Yeah, The Force Awakens was such a good movie. It was such a good trailer. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
No, what'd you?
I said Force Awakens.
Oh, well, okay. Sorry, I got it wrong. Sorry, I failed you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have failed you.
I have failed you, Anakin.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
the amount of people who commented on our videos that said that okay, so I don't think I look like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I don't think you look
or
like
sound
him
like
at
him,
all.
but the amount of people who
But you do.
commented,
No, wait a minute. You could pull off an Obi-Wan look, and you sound like Obi-Wan. I just don't think you look like Ewan McGregor.
Okay.
That I don't agree with. But I do agree with you could pull off an Obi-Wan. Like, if there was a stage play of Star Wars, I could typecast you as Obi-Wan.
Okay.
100%.
I think I can do the voice. I don't think I sound like him, but I think I can make myself.
I think you
kinda
could
sound
do it.
like
I
him.
think you did a pretty good. Your hello there was spot on. Do it right now.
Yeah. Hello there.
See, perfect.
Yeah.
My hello there's hello there.
Yeah, it's a little more frilly. It goes on a little.
yeah.
Hello there. You know.
You also did a good. What was the other line from Revenge of the Sith you did?
You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you. It's the voice crack. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, I had an eventful weekend.
Oh yeah, you went to L.A.
I went to Los Angeles, sunny
Big
LA. No, Michael.
Oh, is that not the Big Apple?
No,
Is that not what
not
they call
the
it?
Big Apple.
Oh, sorry.
People in LA would crucify you for that.
No, I'm doing a bit. I call every
lying.
city the Big Apple. I'm
He's
sorry.
lying.
I literally-
Paris, Texas, the Big Apple.
I literally flew into Madrid and I got off the plane. And I was like, wow, the Big Apple.
But no, I went to LA. It was actually very special because I've been content creating for how many years now? I don't know. But day one, I was like, I want to work with the mouse. Disney, come find me. I want to work with you. And I finally did it. I finally worked at Disney. They invited me out to an event. It was glorious. It was so fitting. I just got to sit there and watch Pixar movies.
Dude, that's
how perfect is that?
literally the dream.
It was so cool. And I remember I messaged Disney when I finally had the ability to contact them, and I was like, "Hey, I would love to do a video where I just sit there and I watch every Pixar movie in one sitting." And they're like, "How about 3?" And I was like,
We can do 3.
Okay, but yeah,
Every Pixar movie's asking a lot.
but the whole thing was the event was they're promoting Soul, Luca, and Turning Red, which all 3 movies were supposed to have theatrical runs, but they couldn't because of COVID.
I didn't
So
know
this
that.
year
I
in
thought they were just
2024
supposed to be.
No. They're all supposed to go to theaters, but they couldn't. So
Wow.
this year in 2024, in celebration of Inside Out 2 releasing this June, Pixar is giving them their first theatrical run. And it was actually really cool because it was Soul, Turning Red, then Luca. And then I didn't realize I watched Soul next to the person who voiced Mei Lee in Turning Red, which is the lead character. I had no idea. And then they were doing these raffles, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, we have a special guest, Rosalie, who voiced Mei Lee in Turning Red."
Oh my god!
And she was like, "Hey guys," and I was like, I looked at the empty seat next to me. I was like, "You were just hello?"
Were you like starstruck at all? Were you like
Not at all.
Oh my god!
Because I'm to be honest, I had no idea who.
Right, but
voiced
then
this
you were
character.
like, wait, she
No, I
really
just-
was the main character in a Pixar movie.
Honestly, like I didn't like it wasn't like starstruck. It was on. I kind of related to her a little bit in a very different way, and it sounds stupid saying like I related to her, but like, so she talked about before Turning Red played how much she loved doing the movie and how much she looked forward to seeing it on the big screen, but she couldn't do that. Like the movie got changed to Disney Plus, so she wasn't able to do that. And she was like, "Oh man, I really wish I could see Turning Red in the big screen." And this was her first chance to do that and her first time seeing it in 3D. So that was really cool. So she comes back, she sits next to me during the movie. So I watched Turning Red with the lead of Turning Red by my side. It wasn't like, yeah, she was in the same theater. She was literally right there.
That's so cool.
She was right there. And I was like, this is crazy. But what was really cute was she would her friends were there with her and they were all watching it, and she would turn over and she'd quote her lines as they were happening. And she was talking, she's like, "Oh, this is a great scene. I love this."
Dude, I would do the same thing.
But
If I was in a movie like that, I'd be like, yeah.
But that's the thing.
I
I don't know if you remember. So I was in 12 Mighty Orphans. You went to go see 12 Mighty Orphans. I did the exact same thing to you. I turned over. I was like, "Oh, this is the cool. This is I'm coming up. I'm coming up."
did do the same thing.
There I am.
Yeah.
It's obviously a different level because I didn't have any lines. I wasn't a lead of a Pixar movie, but I related to her because I remember that feeling that adrenaline of seeing something you worked on like the big screen. There's nothing like it, and it was just the coolest thing.
That is an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Like I'm a little jealous of you. I think
you'll come out with me to LA
actually,
at some point.
I'm not actually jealous of you. I just wanted
You're
to.
jealous. It's okay.
I just want to say I'm so proud of you. I think that what an amazing experience and what an amazing accomplishment. Congratulations, Berkan.
That's so mushy. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, but in all seriousness, Michael, you will be coming out with me to LA
That'll be
for
fun.
some event in the future. It has to happen.
Let's do it.
It has to happen. Speaking of the mouse,
Yes.
January 1st, we're now in 2024.
Woo!
January 1st.
Hold
Oh,
on.
wait.
Do you mind if I?
Woo! 2024. Happy New Year.
Sorry, I'm gonna sidetrack for a little bit. Do you have any New Year's resolutions or anything now that it's 2024?
To not be cut off in my perfect transitions by Michael in the podcast.
Okay.
My New Year's resolutions is to enjoy my content more. Like instead of
Enjoy your own content more.
Yeah, like I want to love the content I put out and care more about that than caring about how it performs.
The reaction to.
And I think I've been doing a better job of that
hmm
in the end half of 2023.
I'm a big fan of enjoying your own content, quite frankly.
Yeah, and I want to put a lot of love behind this podcast.
You do?
I really want us to hit some milestones because I know how excited it would make you, and I want to see that.
I'll say this right now. I know we've done this a couple of times, but they've always been jokes because they've always been like ridiculously short timelines. But I'll say this right now. If we hit 1,000 Instagram followers, I will get a silly little tattoo.
See, this is wild to me, and this is gonna sound really cocky, but it's wild to me because like my Big Screen Bearcon Instagram gets like 1,000 followers a day.
You have 50,000 Instagram followers.
54,800.
That's cool. See, okay.
But so like obviously I don't get 1,000 followers a day.
Oh,
but
I should say this.
recently
If we get 1,000 Instagram followers by March,
by March, there you go.
if we get 1,000 Instagram followers by March,
But I
I'll
just
get a
think-
silly little tattoo.
I just think it's so wild that you're like 1,000 followers. That's worth getting a tattoo.
I mean, there's
over.
definitely like
I'd get a tattoo for like 1 million
no.
followers.
Well, here's the thing: is that like I want a tattoo.
Okay, so this is just an excuse.
It is an excuse. And also
Will the tattoo be me?
no. But you know what it might be? It might be us doing our fist. Like it might be the silhouette of
Michael,
us doing our
if you
fist
get
bump.
the
Is it on this one? Is it on this one?
If you get this silhouette tattooed, I will lose.
I think
my mind.
yeah. I think if we get 1,000
will
Instagram followers by March,
lose-
I'll get this silhouette tattooed.
I will lose my mind.
Yeah. Equal swear.
Equal swear. If we get 1 million followers, I'll get that tattooed.
1 million?
I get 1,000 followers a day, Michael.
But you only have 50. You don't even have 100,000 Instagram followers. You have like how many TikTok followers do you have?
284,000.
Okay, how about 500,000 TikTok followers
for a
if
tattoo?
If you get 500,000 TikTok followers, you get that tattoo. And if we get a 1,000 Instagram followers, I'll get that one. So we could potentially end up with matching tattoos.
Oof. Potentially.
Potentially.
I have to think about that.
Fine.
But you'll do it for 1,000.
I'll do it for 1,000.
Equal swear.
Because here's the thing is that I enjoy our content already.
Uh-huh.
So I think I want it. I want this tattoo.
See, I'm still like on the fence on tattoos in general. So that's why I'm like,
Oh yeah, because you want to be an actor, so you want.
it's
to-
like you hear horror stories of like makeup artists like hating you for tattoos.
Right.
And, like in auditions, they always drill you about it. So I've always been very hesitant about tattoos, but I do want one. It's just I'm scared.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, so January 1st again. Woohoo! Happy New Year.
Okay.
Mickey Mouse became public domain. Now, when I say Mickey Mouse, I mean like the early versions of Mickey Mouse, like Rat Mickey Mouse, Steamboat Mickey.
Yeah.
That became
Steamboat Willie.
But that version of Mickey Mouse became public domain, meaning anybody can do anything they want with it. So naturally, we're getting a horror video game, a couple Mickey Mouse horror movies.
Why are they going scary?
That's always what everyone does. It's like
Really?
when these lovable fictional characters come out, they immediately turn them into horror movies. Like Bambi's getting a horror movie, Winnie the Pooh had a horror
What?
movie, The Grinch is becoming a horror movie. Like they always do this. It's just tradition.
Grinch is getting a horror movie.
Grinch is getting a horror movie. It may have already came out, but these are always like small budget
Jim
films.
Carrey's Grinch was pretty dark, but not a horror movie.
But yeah, but this is a big deal because like the copyright rule used to be nicknamed the Mickey Mouse Protection Act because this should have happened like years and years and years ago, but it kept getting delayed because it's Disney. But it's kind of ironic because Disney became Disney by taking advantage of public domain.
What did they take advantage of?
Like Snow White, Peter Pan, all
That's
those
true,
projects were public domain.
They were already like fairy tales. And
Yeah, they were
stuff.
public domain. So Disney became Disney, making movies off public domain characters.
And then they pushed back their original characters so that they couldn't get put in the public domain
yeah, exactly.
to prevent, to prevent Disney 2 from rising up.
But
Disney the sequel, a rival
I think,
company.
I think I'm gonna do Disney the sequel. I think
You're gonna start Disney the sequel.
so everyone's reaction, like I said, has been to make horror movies. I thought about it yesterday. I actually figured out the plot in my brain today, which is kind of my green
Plot
light.
for you're making a
I think I'm gonna make a movie.
horror movie?
No, I'm gonna do what Disney did. And I'm gonna put a lot of love and care into a story. And I'm gonna take a character that became public domain that people love, like a fairy tale, and I'm gonna make my own film, my own story with it. I don't know. I think it came to my brain, and so I think I'm gonna write a Steamboat Mickey movie.
Okay.
I see it's sad, but I see like the next Bridge to Terabithia, Charlie St. Cloud movie in my brain is
wow.
Steamboat Mickey, and I'm like, that's
Oh, man.
so heartbreaking.
Why would you scar a whole new generation?
It's
of
so
children?
heartbreaking. I have to do it.
Dude. That movie.
I have to do it.
I thought that when I watched that movie, I thought it was gonna be like a fantasy movie because Bridge to Terabithia sounds like it sounds
Bro,
like a
that movie messed
Lord
me
of the
up.
Rings type situation. So I watched that movie, and I was like, when are they going to when are they going to the fantasy world? Like when is it real?
Where is Terabithia?
Yeah, like they're like, oh, Terabithia is make believe, and I'm like, okay, so yeah, it starts off make believe, and then at some point it becomes reality, right? And then
and then the little girl dies.
and they have to go on a quest, and, But no, then she just
dies.
She just falls into a river,
Yeah.
and I'm like, wait, she was supposed to go on a quest.
It's like, what is this movie?
Yeah.
Like, Mommy, it's been an hour and 47 minutes. When's the movie gonna start?
Like literally, that was my thought process, and then she died, and I was like, oh my god,
I remember
what's
trying
going
to
on?
process that movie into third grade, just
Yeah.
thinking to myself, I was like, what did I just experience?
I know,
And I
trauma,
remember, like,
maybe?
But here's the thing, I remember being so like,
Was that Josh Hutcherson?
it was Josh Hutcherson, yeah. And I remember like that summer I went to Turkey. I bought a bunch of bootlegs in Turkey to entertain me, and that was one of the bootlegs I brought.
Yeah.
And I watched it so many times. Like I was just so intrigued by it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was just so intrigued by it. I just kept watching.
I
it.
can't.
was
I
just
didn't
like,
peg you as a Bridge to Terabithia kind of.
I was
guy.
just like, oh, I didn't have a lot of options that summer, but I was just like, I am so intrigued by this. I don't know what about this is speaking to me, and what about this I like.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Dude, this is gonna get very real for a second. I had a friend who passed away when I was in the first grade, and so I think I just related to that. But for ever since then, it's like I don't know. I think sometimes sad movies are good movies. So I kind of want to make one with Steamboat Mickey.
Okay.
So Michael, why the hell is Jewish tunnel system on our agenda?
I promise this is not a conspiracy theory. This is real, and
This actually is a
I'm
fact.
not anti-Semitic. Okay. This literally happened. There is a Jewish tunnel system under New York City connecting a synagogue to I don't know what else, but it goes under like a historic synagogue. And people are taking videos of these Hasidic Jews
Secret
popping out of the
tunnel.
tunnels, and apparently this tunnel system is illegal, and apparently a bunch of Hasidic Jews fought a bunch of police officers, and 9 people got arrested. And so this is a real thing, and it sounds wild. Like if anybody else if people said this and there weren't videos and there weren't arrests, people were just like, "Hey, did you hear about the Jewish tunnel system under New York City?" People would be like, "What cringeworthy alpha male conspiracy theory podcasts have you been listening to?" You know what I mean? Like what a wild concept. Where did these tunnels come from?
They just emerged from the darkness.
Yeah. Like
That's
seriously,
wild.
no, like the videos are like
Is it
They
scary?
no, but they look AI generated. Like it's just a weird like they're like, why is this guy popping out from the ground? Like literally it looks like he'll like open like a grate in the sidewalk and then come out and he's dressed like in their in their hat and like their like suit, like they're black and white. I don't know what to call it, but like like
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, they literally and you're like, wait, why were you in the ground? Why were you under the sidewalk?
That is kind of spooky. I think that'd
guess
be.
it's a little
I think if I was walking around in New York City and this dude just popped out from a crate, I'd be like, "Hello."
It's so fascinating. It's like how was this going on and nobody knew about it?
I'm surprised no YouTuber has like seen this and then like got their camera and just started vlogging, like going down the tunnel trying to see what's going on.
Dude, it's viral now.
Do you think it's kind of like when you go into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sewer drain and it's like this living space? There's pizza boxes everywhere, Xboxes, PlayStations.
I think it's probably way darker than the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crib.
I like to think it's like
know
the
that?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle
Yeah.
crib. I wanna see. I wanna know.
9 people they fought the police officers. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it came to a brawl and why 9 people got arrested.
Yeah,
But-
that's kind of insane.
Yeah.
New York, man. What are we surprised it happened in New York City?
It had to be New York.
It had to be New York.
Yep.
It had to be. All right. Time for our first sponsored segment.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Marvel Minute, sponsored by Big Screen Berkan.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Marvel Minute, start
Oh,
the
okay.
clock.
We're
All right?
gonna get all the Marvel news out. Do you really want it for 1 minute?
Let's see if I can do this in 1 minute.
Okay.
All right.
We'll go longer if you have to.
All right, let's see. This is the first time, okay? Let's see
Okay.
if I can do this in 1 minute.
Timer
All
set to 1 minute.
All right, 3.
Oh.
Michael Lee.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1. All 5 episodes of Echo are now streaming on Disney Plus. I watched all of them so you wouldn't have to. Hear my thoughts. What was the point of Echo? I honestly was so excited about Echo going into it, and I was like, "Oh, Daredevil, Kingpin, this is going to be great." And then it just wasn't. I really genuinely was asking myself, what was the point? What was the reason of all this? Daredevil's only in it for like 2 minutes, and like I didn't expect him to be in a lot of it, but more than 2 minutes. And Kingpin was cool, but he wasn't as like intense and dark. I really didn't understand why the show was rated M. It really just was not mature at all. Like there's one scene with the bloody fist. That was it. I mean, Maya Lopez, Echo, was a great character. I wish we could explore more, but the story in general just kind of fell flat. The only reason I can think of why Echo exists is to make the Netflix shows canon, which they are officially now canon. Disney Plus put the Netflix shows on the MCU timeline, so that's kind of cool. But also, I think the whole point of Echo is also just the credit scene at the very end to establish that Kingpin's running for mayor. That's it. That's the entire point of Echo. So yeah, that is your Marvel Minute presented by Big Screen Berkan. Thank you, and time.
Oh.
Boom! And that's how it is done. Thank you very much.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much. That was your Marvel Minute presented by Big Screen Berkan. I deserve.
Crazy. That was
Mic
that was almost
drop.
exactly a minute.
What, are you impressed?
Yeah. Really impressed. you said and done, and I looked at my screen. It said 2, 1, time. I think I tried to hold it up for the camera for the countdown, but I think halfway through it probably like went black.
It's okay.
But
It's okay.
exactly 1 minute. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Now I have a standard.
Daredevil was only in it for like 2 minutes.
Only 2 minutes.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah, he had one fight sequence, and that was it. And I was like, I kind of like knew he wasn't going to be in the show for like a lot of it. But I genuinely thought they were going to use Echo as kind of like Book of Boba Fett Mandalorian Season 2 to explain how Daredevil and all that is canon. Like, I genuinely thought that's what it was going to be used for.
Oh, you're saying, okay, like how Book of Boba Fett was like,
it segued
like,
into
it had
it.
Mandalorian, it had Grogu, and it was basically like in between
Yeah,
Mandalorian seasons 2 and 3.
It literally was like the segue to make Season 3 make sense at the
Gotcha.
beginning. Because when Mandalorian Season 2 ends, Grogu's not with him. And then Season 3, he is.
Gotcha. You
But-
thought Echo would be a setup for the next season of
I
Daredevil.
genuinely think it was, and it technically is because of that credit scene. Like,
Mhm.
literally, Kingpin's going to run for mayor. That's
Okay.
Sorry to spoil it, but that's
That's
really
fine.
it. And I thought there was going to be more of kind of like a setup with Daredevil to canonize things. And again, they made everything canon. Like, Disney put it on the official MCU timeline, which is cool, but that there really wasn't really. And it was a lot of talking. The fight sequences, the choreography was cool, but I really wasn't that impressed with Echo. I gave it a 6.3 out of 10. I was glad they let me binge it all so I can just use one night on the show.
Yeah, they
and that
just
was it.
dropped it all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't help that I watched the newest episode of Percy Jackson before, and I was like, oh man, that was such a good
How was it? What'd you
episode.
think?
It was such a good episode.
What happened in it? What was it?
Okay, so in the Lightning Thief book, Percy, Annabeth, and Grover are approached by Ares to go retrieve his shield in an
remember that,
amusement park on a secret date with Aphrodite and Hephaestus. I can never say his name. Hephaestus wanted to embarrass them. So anyway, Percy and Annabeth go and retrieve it. So that was what this episode was, and there was a lot of great moments in it. There was a big change from the book, like they changed something, but they did it really well. So it's like you're okay with it. So yeah, it was just a really good episode. I'm really proud of how the show's actually coming together.
Cool.
So yeah, there you go.
I'm glad they're treating it right. I haven't heard like a negative thing about it yet.
No, like the acting is what it is, but they're also kids, so it's like you just kind of look past it. There was a lot of like setup, like it feels like they're just kind of trying to get the Lightning Thief done with because it's already been done.
Yeah.
But no, it finally kind of feels like the story's kind of getting its ground, which is great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So who is Matt Pat?
Yes. So, as many of you may be aware, but Berkan is not.
Yeah, I have no idea who Matt Pat is.
Matt Pat quit YouTube. Matt Pat is the guy who did Game Theory and Film
Never
Theory.
heard of it. Never. I mean, he's
like,
did
and
film?
that's just a theory, a game theory. Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
he was on YouTube for like 13 years.
The same crowd that watched the Duck song.
He had 4 channels. Dude, Matt Pat's goodbye video got 11 million views and it came out yesterday.
Well, that's why he's retiring. Is he old?
He's not that old actually.
Well, if his videos are doing that, I retire early too.
Yeah, and he's got teams like on the YouTube channels. So it's like the business will keep going. Like there's going to be new hosts for all 4 of his channels and they're going to keep making content. He's actually not even done making content. He's announcing that he's leaving, but they got more videos coming out until like March. So he's just telling everybody, "Hey, by the way,
expect change.
I'm gonna
get used to it."
And he's doing it because he wants to like spend more time actually like living his life. It's like work-life balance type.
I respect
stuff.
that. I respect that. And that's I kind of relate to that a little bit. I mean, my content's changed to where I incorporate Allison a lot and now I do contact with you. It's not just myself anymore. That's how I changed it. I was like, that's my work-life balance, is finding a way to incorporate the ones I love. So I can understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
But to retire, man.
Dude, and after 13 years too, and all his channels do really well, you know. So a lot of people are very sad. He was very emotional in the goodbye video.
Oh, I bet.
Like, you know, so
I'd be emotional too.
we'll miss him. You know,
I won't
remember
miss him because I have never seen any of his videos. But
he's one of
I can respect 11 million views in 24 hours.
He's also one of the people who made Five Nights at Freddy's popular.
Oh,
It was like him and Markiplier, because Markiplier was doing like gameplay of, like, he was like, Markiplier would actually like post Let's Plays or whatever. I think this was before streaming was a thing. So it'd be like, you know, do you remember Let's Plays?
No.
Okay, well, it would just be people, it'd be streaming, but you would pre-record it and post on YouTube instead of streaming it live. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Let's Plays became streaming.
I see.
And so Markiplier did Let's Plays of Five Nights at Freddy's, and Matt Pat did like game theory on the lore before the lore was like fleshed out, because Five Nights at Freddy had like sequel games and then obviously a movie with Josh Hutcherson, guy from Bridge to Terabithia, R.I.P.
I wonder how Josh Hutcherson's going to make news next week, because we talked about him good enough to where I feel like our superpower of things we talk about on our podcast just randomly become relevant the next week.
Right.
I think it's going to be Josh Hutcherson.
Okay. we'll keep an eye on this space.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so Matt Pat is, and it's and I'm pretty sure he was in the movie. I'm pretty sure he was in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I didn't watch it.
I've never played any. I haven't played a single second of Five Nights at Freddy's, so I didn't watch it.
Okay.
But
he's big. He's important.
All right. Well, congratulations to him. Sounds like he had a great, successful career.
Yeah.
To be able to say I'm going to retire and be comfortable, that's awesome. That's the
Yeah.
goal. Did you watch the Golden Globes?
No, but I
Okay.
saw clips online.
I sent you a video of Joe Soy. I've never heard of this guy before the Golden Globes. My wife did. My wife liked him as a comedian, but his hosting duties did not go over very well. And so this clip is just some bits of his monologue. It's only about like a minute and 15 seconds, but these are some bits of his monologue.
Oppenheimer and Barbie are competing for cinematic box office achievement.
Yeah. Woo! I watched both of them.
Oppenheimer is based on a 721-page Pulitzer Prize-winning book about the Manhattan Project. And Barbie is on a plastic doll with big boobies. I watched Barbie. I loved it. I really did love it.
Big boobies.
I don't want you guys to think that I'm a creep, but it was kind of weird being attracted to a plastic doll.
What?
Just something about your eyes, Ryan.
Oh. Ryan's
Show,
ju-
just close your eyes, Ryan. Everyone just looks into your eyes. And Margot, it's not always about you. The key moment in Barbie is when she goes from perfect beauty to bad breath, cellulite, and flat feet. Or what casting directors call character actor.
Okay.
Some I wrote, some other people wrote. Robert De Niro's here.
He knows his jokes are
Yo,
bad.
I got the gig 10 days ago. You want a perfect monologue?
Oh, my
No,
God.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Yo,
Uncomfortable.
you're kidding me, right?
I'm uncomfy.
Slow down. I wrote some of these, and they're the ones you're laughing at. Look.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was a rough monologue.
Dude, that is embarrassing.
That was embarrassing.
Some of these I wrote, some of these I didn't. Dude.
That's how you know you lost it. You lost your audience, my dude.
Oh yeah,
You
I mean
are
it was
scrambling.
silent.
It was
After
awkward.
some of those
It
jokes.
was uncomfortable. It does not get any less uncomfortable the
Dude,
more you listen to it.
You can't start the bit with big boobies. What?
Yeah, and that was like I was trying to think about Barbie. I was like, where did you even come up with that joke? Like, what about Barbie made you think that?
No, and he shat on all character actors. He was like flat feet, cellulite, something else.
Character actor.
Yeah.
Okay.
AKA a character actor. It's like, dude, you're in a room full of actors.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable. It was a 10-minute long uncomfortable speech. And the one that people really like got in on, of course, the Swifties came after him. He made a joke and he was like, because the Golden Globes came on like after an NFL doubleheader, and he's like, the difference between the Golden Globes and the NFL is we're gonna have less camera shots of Taylor Swift. And the camera switched to Taylor Swift, and she was just like, really? Like, do we have to include me in this?
Yeah, she's included in everything now.
Yeah, but
Everything
it was just
everything
like it was just an uncomfortable night.
Dude, and he was even like, I got the gig 10 days ago. He's giving excuses in the middle of his monologue.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. I think I should just host the next Golden Globes.
Yeah, let Big Screen Berkan host.
I feel like if you let a movie creator host, it's happening. I promise you. I promise you we'll see one day. Straw Hat, Goofy, Soups, all those guys hosting Golden Globes. I promise you it will happen one day.
Dude, well, it'd probably be better than that.
It probably would be.
That is,
Man, there's also some
I saw something else that happened at the Golden Globes. I
Yeah.
think we're thinking of the same thing.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, because I didn't see that monologue, but what I did see is a video on Twitter of Selena Gomez whispering to, I think it was Taylor Swift.
It was Taylor Swift, of course.
And somebody like read their lips, right? And apparently Selena Gomez tried to take a picture with Timothy Chalamet, and Kylie Jenner said no.
It wasn't just reading lips. You could hear it.
Oh, you
You
could
could hear a little of the audio.
dude.
Like, Kylie said no. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And then
And Taylor's like, really?
Taylor's like, yeah, Taylor was like, Kylie or something like that. Timothy? She said she was
Yeah.
like, really? She couldn't believe it.
It was wild. I mean, that's so weird.
That's petty. That's
It's
so petty.
But Selena Gomez, I get it.
Okay,
I had the
but
biggest crush on Selena Gomez. I bet Allison would be like, you're not allowed to take a picture of Selena Gomez.
to be rude to somebody else.
no. Yeah, it's yeah.
And you guys are public figures, you know? Like they're gonna want to network and take pictures with each other and post them on social media.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't mean
And-
anything. Come on
no,
now. And
but
Selena
it's-
Gomez is in a loving relationship. She's made posts and like content about being single, and everyone knows like Selena Gomez wants love. She's found it. It's like not a famous guy. It's just she's just in love and she's happy. And I'm like, can't we just let people be happy? Like, why do we have to assume the worst of people? Let her take a picture with Willy Wonka, please.
Is Wonka out? Have you
Wonka's out. I've seen Wonka. I really liked Wonka, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I also
Really?
watched The Iron Claw. I really liked The Iron Claw. It destroyed me.
That's the one with Zac Efron. That's the wrestling one.
Yeah, so good. So good.
Both of
If
them
you have
are-
siblings, you should watch. Both of those
it's
movies are
it's
so
about
good.
is it about like their sibling dynamic?
Yeah.
Okay.
It will crush you. But
Really?
it's so good. And it's a true story. And I knew nothing about the Von Erich family, and I think you know nothing.
I don't know
the
anything
family.
about them either.
So it's especially just like gut wrenching. And you just like you watch and you're like, I can't believe this is a real movie.
Well, we're seeing Mean Girls tomorrow.
We are seeing Mean Girls
Dude.
tomorrow. I'm so excited for
And
Mean Girls.
we actually saw the Broadway musical in
My
New
name
York.
is Regina George.
That musical, so good. I loved that
am a
musical.
Massive deal. Bam. Yeah. I love it.
I can't wait to watch.
I
Mean
love it.
Girls.
And the girl who plays Regina George, Renee Rapp, she played Regina George on Broadway too. Not the one we saw.
Okay, we saw a different Regina
Yeah,
George.
she was the second Regina George, but she was
Okay.
the better Regina George.
Is Tina Fey gonna?
Tina Fey is in the movie.
Good. I love Tina Fey.
Yeah,
She's
they like randomly brought back some like original people from the movie to be in the movie again. Like the teachers,
Cool.
I think they're the same teachers for the most
cool.
part. One of the girls from the trailer, I think she's a French teacher. She was actually one of the lead girls on Broadway who we did see.
Really
Yeah, she was one of the 3 Mean Girls.
awesome.
But
She
that
was
really cool.
recasted then.
She was recast as a teacher.
Okay.
Just really cool. I'm really excited. I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be great, and I'm excited to see it. I'm excited that we're watching it together.
Yeah, me too. It's gonna be like because it's the musical version, right?
It is the
Like-
musical version,
Yeah.
the better version.
Yeah.
Don't mind me. I'm stretching my arms.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's about that time, huh?
About that time.
All right. So, as some of you may know, 3 months ago, Berkan and I did an arm wrestle, and
Michael got in my
who
head.
won that one again? I can't.
Michael got in
remember
my head.
Who won that one? I think it was. No, it was me. No, I won the. Okay, so I won the one 3 months ago.
Michael
and
got in my head.
We
and I-
decided to set
so
up
pissed.
a regular arm wrestle competition every 3 months. So we did one in October, and here we are in January. I've been pretty consistently working out. I skipped 3 weeks.
I've
the
not been
last 3
working
weeks.
out at all.
Berkan is not. So let's
I've not been
see
working out at all.
if this has any results. Let's see.
I did beat Michael unofficially,
Unofficially.
so we're clear.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Well, we're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna get the table set up. The camera's gonna switch, and we're gonna get this thing going. So the camera's just gonna switch in 3, 2, 1.
Star Log Arm Wrestling Edition. In this corner, we have Michael Lee.
Weighing it at 176, 177, something like that.
Are you really 177?
Yeah, it actually went down a little bit.
Wow.
I was up to like 180, and then it went down in the past couple weeks.
Interesting. In this corner, we have the bear. Big screen bear code. The crowd clearly is favoring big screen bear.
Yeah, because they love an underdog.
They
Berkan.
love an underdog.
All right, I might have to put my mic sort of far away from my face because the cord is a little too small.
No, we're in this. All right.
Okay,
Wait.
Yeah. Can't be sweaty. Can't be sweaty.
Can't be
Hold
sweaty.
on, let me roll up my sleeve too. I need that elbow traction.
Okay. I'm scared. I can't.
Okay.
Lose. I can't lose.
You can lose, Berkan. You have an excuse. I can't lose. You have an excuse to lose.
All right. Here we go. Michael stole my puck. He stole my puck. He stole my intro. He's okay. I'm ready. I'm pissed.
All right.
I'm ready.
All right, ready?
3, 2, 1. Ow! Get that hand.
Dude, your elbow is slipping.
Ah!
All the way on the ground.
Get
Dude, your elbow's off
Get
its move.
down!
Your elbow, dude.
Ah! I win.
You cannot
I
count
win.
that. You
I
literally,
win.
You fell
I
on the
win.
ground.
I win.
You literally-
I win. You are too small. You are too
You
small.
literally
Give me my
pulled the-
puck back. Give me my puck back.
No.
Give me my puck back. Give me my puck back, Michael. I win. I won fair
You
and
fell
square.
on the ground.
I did not cheat. I did not cheat.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. Fine, we'll do
Your
it.
elbow came off the table. Well, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Welcome to 10 episodes, guys. Here's to episode 20 and 10 more episodes.
All right, I'm Michael.
I'm Michael. Wait.
That's fine. See ya.